Hi, I'm PHADA Executive Director Tim Kaiser, joined by policy analyst Seth Embry and Arlene Kahn. We want to briefly discuss the President's proposed budget for FY 2021. The President has proposed a 15% cut in HUD programs to the tune of almost $9 billion. So, Arlene, would you talk about the impact of the budget on the operating fund?
Sure. Well, we just saw an increase in late December. We're now faced with a 7% decrease for that fund. HUD has said that the proration is 100%, but they won't know the actual number until the spring.
So this budget would at a minimum cut our program operating account by 7%?
Yes.
Okay. What about the effect on the capital fund?
So the capital fund, as in the last three budgets, has been eliminated completely. And that represents about a $3 billion cut.
And this budget continues that proposed elimination.
Exactly.
Obviously, we vehemently object to that. And we strongly support RAD. What would the effect of this program be on RAD?
Right, so the RAD rents are comprised of the operating, which we said was cut, and the capital, which was eliminated, and tenant rents. So the RAD rents will likely decrease where they've been increasing on average because of positive appropriations over the last 3 years.
So the budget really does undermine the RAD program,
Yes,
then?
which the administration says it supports, but has only put $100 million into that account as well.
Okay. And Seth, can you briefly discuss the Section 8 side, the project-based program?
Sure. For PBRA, the administration proposed a small increase to that account. It forecasts lower expenditures for contract renewals in concert with the rent reform proposal, but we don't think that'll be the case this year, and that the administration proposal is insufficient to renew existing contracts.
And what about the tenant-based program?
Sure. So the tenant-based program does get a cut this year, $371 million or 2%, and that would, limit or reduce really the amount of assistance available for currently housed families in the program.
That's obviously a big concern. And then the admin fee, which we need to actually house people.
Right.
What would the effect of this budget be on that?
Right. So the administration proposes a 9% cut, $172 million, and that would lead to a proration net account of 70%, which is really harmful.
Okay. And then the proposed budget includes a kind of a transfer of the moving to work funds.
Right. So the administration wants to create a central fund for all moving to work agencies, the current existing agencies and those to be added through the expansion, and it draws funds from the operating account, HCV renewals, and the administrative fee to a number that's just a little bit over $5 billion, and that would, the administration says it would make tracking the funds a little bit easier, but we don't really think that the final appropriations law will contain that provision. We've heard staffers up on the Hill are pretty skeptical of that move, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. Now, all of these numbers are included in the industry's recommendations, which we're making available with this video, so members will want to review that information. PHADA's priorities are adequate operating capital, all the Section 8 accounts, including RAD. There's going to be a number of congressional hearings followed by committee markups of the budget and appropriations. Budget caps are once again very strict, so please be vigorous in your advocacy using the materials we've provided to you. And of course, our newsletters, current and future editions, will include a lot of good information provided by these folks in terms of the budget content and process. So please take those materials and use them in your advocacy with Congress. Thank you very much for viewing this video.